Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel where we explore all things related to mortgages and personal finance. Today we have a special guest joining us, a highly successful realtor who has achieved remarkable results in the competitive real estate market, Miguel Herrera. He is a seasoned realtor with an impressive track record of helping clients find their dream homes and achieve their real estate goals. With Miguel's extensive experience and expertise, we're in for a treat as we delve into the secrets of his success and uncover valuable insights that can benefit both aspiring realtors and home buyers. Miguel has won many awards, including Top 8 Team San Antonio Business Journal, #1 Top Residential Team Company-wide with Coldwell Banker, 2022 International President's Club, Top 1% Real Estate Agent Worldwide Coldwell Banker, 2022 Top 5 Latino Real Estate Team in San Antonio, NAREP, 2022 Top 50 Latino Real Estate Team Nationwide, NAREP, and NAREP stands for National Hispanic Real Estate Professionals. He is a seasoned realtor with an impressive track record of helping clients find their dream homes and achieve their real estate goals. With Miguel's extensive experience and expertise, we're in for a treat as we delve into the secrets of his success and uncover valuable insights that can benefit both aspiring realtors and home buyers.
Hi, I'm Miguel Herrera. I'm the VP of Coldwell Banker Global Luxury and the team leader of the Miguel Herrera Luxury Lifestyle Group. I'm a luxury agent and I serve the north side of San Antonio.
Miguel, I am so honored that you're here to talk with me, this interview, because I've always loved how you work, and I am so in awe of you and in the amount of production you do, how you're so passionate about your work. I wanted to learn more about you. Is that okay?
That's totally okay.
Do you know I call you Mr. Luxury? I don't know if you know that, but anybody I talk to, he is Mr. Luxury. He does luxury homes. We call him Luxury, Mr. Luxury. So tell me your story. What's your success? What's the success to your story? What is it? Tell me.
I think that the key of success is to just be yourself, be persistent. You have to actually love what you do it with passion, work hard, learn what you're doing, and then learn how to put a zero to the right of the contract. So
That's great. I'm in such awe of your success. Now, we know that there are certain things, certain factors that play into your success. I mean, it just didn't happen. You just got up from bed and say, I'm going to be successful for the day. So what really started you to have that mindset to being successful?
it's all about the love of serving, helping others. That's my biggest motivation. I always help others first, thinking about my growth, but I think about mostly how others can benefit what I do. So that's why I created a group. That's why I'm a team leader, because I like other people to grow with me and learn what I do. So how do I start it? I started the same way. I fall in love with the U.S. at a very young age. I went to an American school, elementary, middle, and high school, back home in Peru in South America, and I started, working for a travel agency that was actually receiving groups, charter groups from the U.S. to go to the highlands of Peru, to Machu Picchu and all the nightlife. And I was the transfer kid. I was the kid that will be at the bus saying, "Welcome to Lima, Peru. My name is Miguel Herrera. I will take you to your hotel." So I fall in love with the U.S. since then. And then, of course, I started falling in love with the culture, or how things work. And my goal was to come to the States, and that's what I did. I came to college here, I came to the US, and then I decided to get into sales, because that's what it is. I'm sales-driven. So even though I studied business administration and management, I drive myself into sales, because that's what I like to do.
Not many people know that you're from Peru.
A lot of people are gonna know now that I'm from everybody thinks I'm Mexican, so that's something that you're getting out of me now. Yes, I was born and raised until the age of 17 in Peru, and then I moved to Los Angeles, and that's how I fall in love with Mexico. People say that Los Angeles is the second largest Mexican population city of Mexico, even though it's the US. So yes, and that's how I moved to LA, and that's how the love for Mexico started.
That's wonderful. So tell me, how did you get into the real estate business?
It was, of course, I used to be in the travel business back in California. I used to own travel corporations. After 9/11, that industry shifted a lot. So I knew I had to look for a different path, and I looked for growing city. And then I found San Antonio, my business plan. And I saw that there was a lot of upper, middle, and high-end Mexican nationals coming to this city that I thought it was weird at that time, because in California it's mostly you know, blue collar workers, type of hardworking people, Mexicans, not like in the north side of San Antonio. So that intrigued me a little bit, and I just asked a friend of mine, what do you think about San Antonio? In one lunch that we had in Sunset in LA, in Beverly Hills, and one of his vacations to the US, and he told me, I don't know, but I own a house there. So that intrigued me a lot, and I said, really? I said, I don't know, a lot of us like to go shopping and play golf, and we go to San Antonio. I'll be there in 2 weeks. And I said, okay, can I meet you there? And I did. I had lunch at the Sonterra Country Club with a few of his buddies, and I knew this was the place to come. And that's how I started selling real estate, because I looked what they needed.
Okay.
And they needed guidance. They needed to know how to do investments. They needed to know how to do things the right way in the U.S. And that's how I started doing real estate.
So was that roughly, what year was that, roughly about?
That was back in 08, 09.
Oh,
So
08.
it was the rough times of the rough years.
That was a mortgage crash.
Correct.
2008.
And a lot of people thought I was crazy trying to get in real estate in the worst timing, but I always think that the worst times are usually the best times. And I decided to do something different. I like innovator stuff, so I actually decided to guide Mexican investors to buy properties in the U.S. And I put together a seminar. I had friends that would be business attorneys, CPAs, mortgage brokers that would do real estate like yourself, and then we decided to just go to Mexico and do seminars on how to invest and move to the United States. People thought I was nuts, but after the first one, started getting a lot of people to invest in the U.S. and all the attention it brought. Then I started bringing Mexican nationals that wanted to actually invest here, and that's when you came on board, and all you started helping out, getting loans for their investments, and they all started buying all these properties, started remodeling them, and then the rest is history.
So you got into the luxury market at that particular time?
No, I got into the investment mode first.
Okay.
And I need to learn the system as well. Okay. So I've hit the pavement. It's not easy. It's not overnight. Sure. You know that.
Sure.
So you asked me, West Side, East Side, Converse, Kirby, all over town. Been there, done that. You just need to see my history on MLS if you're in the business, and you'll see all the type of properties I've sold since the beginning. I think I have the record for the cheapest house sold in San Antonio, and one of the most expensive one now as well. But I had to learn the system, and I had to learn how things work. And then I had to work how to put a zero to the right of the contracts to make it affordable.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So you got in when everybody was getting out and when there was so much inventory, but there wasn't enough buyers. And so that was the downside of the market. And then where we brought in Dodd-Frank and all that jazz having to do with TRID and all that. So you got in when everybody was getting out.
Correct.
So what kind of system did you use once you got in and started putting in more of the effort? What kind of criteria or what was it about you that said, I'm going to stick to it and this is what I do day in, day out?
Well, you have to work out your business. It's like any other business. So I started, like any other business, you have to invest money to make money. So I started to marketing myself as hey, I have Mexican nationals buyers, have good buyers that are willing to buy your properties that cannot get sold. So I started marketing and telling everyone in town that, hey, I'm the one who call if you want to sell your property. So I started selling the properties. I had, of course, I got the nickname of the lowball offer realtor at one point, but that's okay. I mean, it was a different market then. But I started bringing buyers. We didn't have buyers.
Okay, that's true.
And that was the key. And then, of course, after that, making, spending money on success stories, so people know that's what you do, and that's how your business grow.
Oh, that's a great point. Marketing yourself, the success stories, evidence of success, and oftentimes people don't really do that, and that's a good point. I'm going to have to put down on my list of things to do. Evidence of success for Dianne Steffey.
Of course.
So tell me, so that's a journey of success. So the attributes that you have is that you have your business plan and you stick to it. So tell me, what's the day? What do you do day in, day out? Do you have your week already planned, or does what is that you do every single day? That's all consistent.
Everything starts very early. I get up extremely early. I go to Inman News, and the first thing I do, I learn what's going on in the industry. You have to know your industry. If you don't know your day by day in the industry, then you're lost. So I get up and I go NAR News, I go, Sabre News, I go everywhere. And the first thing I do starting at 6 o'clock in the morning is just find out what's going on, what happened the day before, what happened the night before, because you're out all day in business. So what has happened in the business? The rates, what you've done the day before. I'll check you out.
That's incredible, because when I talk to realtors day in, day out, they haven't a clue, so they rely on me to give them the information. But it's really, you need to stay on top of that on your own as well. But I like that they come to me, but I would want to carry a conversation with them as well. And it's always best, because if I'm not available, at least they have that information. I do the same thing too. And I think that's good that you stay educated in your business, in your craft, and then hone in to make sure.
And I call you and I ask you, because, when you're representing investors, when you're looking for West Coast investors, buyers that are investing in our area, or they're moving to our area, or Mexico, or international in general, I do serve the Middle Eastern community as well. When you represent a investor international, they expect you to be knowledgeable.
Sure.
Then you need to know, and you cannot doubt, you cannot answer, you look it in the eyes and give it straight answers of what you're doing. And you need to know, because they know. They're successful people.
Yes.
They didn't get to a point to be investors without not knowing what they're doing.
Sure.
Therefore, they know and they can read you. So you need to stay on top of it and be knowledgeable. And that's what I do. That's the first thing before I even look at my emails. Because I do look at my emails early all this before I even come to the office.
True. That's
early. And that's what you need to do. Know exactly what's going on. And then when they ask you, you're knowledgeable and you know what to answer. And then it's actually the other way around. They trust you. And now, after earning the trust, now they invest with you, and then, the rest is history.
That's right. That's right. So what do you think about the market right now?
Well, I think the market is always a good market. I'm telling you, that's the way it has to be.
That's the
mindset. It's always a good market. When people tell me, Miguel, I want to wait till the rates to come down, I'm like, really? Well, the houses are going to cost more.
That's right.
And because the market's still hot, we're still good. If you're talking about luxury, we're still lacking of inventory in the luxury market. A lot of people are saying, well, get texts, emails from top agents, colleagues. What do you got new coming up? We need this property. I need this criteria property. We don't have enough properties still. So the reality is, like, you just need to work with what you have. Said, okay, you want to wait? Okay, by the time you get tired of waiting, the rate is going to be higher or still the same, but the house is going to be worth more.
So you buy the house now, refinance later.
Correct. You get a couple of years. If it comes down, bingo. You can refinance, and a lot of you do it. You actually tell me, Miguel, I'll help out and discount the refi in a couple of years if we do it now.
That's right.
So we tell them that.
That's true.
And you told me that a couple of days ago.
That's true.
That's the way it is. So I'm not afraid of the market. I'm still selling. You see what I've sold the last couple of months, I'm still selling. So people, I think we need to stop getting excuses out. We just need to go out there and convince our clients of how the market is and how good it is. I called my client and said, I need your lot. I don't have enough lots. And this is, client just told me yesterday, I'm gonna wait a little longer till it goes up a little bit more. I'm like, okay, it's already 150,000 more what you paid for 3 years ago.
That's a nice return.
I think it's time for you to sell it. Things like that, or calling a client that a house just sold in the $4 million level, and I said, that's your neighbor. Okay, I think, you have the same equity. Are you ready to sell and jump to the next one? So look for it.
So
don't just sit down and wait.
So you're proactive in your approach to your clients. You still continue to make those calls to them and not waiting for them to contact you, but you're proactive in that you contact them to say, it's time now.
Because after the morning, that comes after you get it, how the business, the days went by, the last couple of days in real estate with the news, then you jump into emails, and then it gets time that you can do phone calls. Then you start with your daily phone calls. You call a few clients every day. You do the same. We talked about that before. And you call me, and I'm okay, Dianne, it's you again. Okay, good. But the reality is that's what we do. So I keep communicating with all my clients, and they need to know how the industry is doing, and then they need to see when they're ready and when they're not ready to sell, and or if they're ready to buy or upgrade or downsize. That's important. I said, okay, you know what, that multi-level house that you have, it's getting too much for you. I think you're ready for the single story downsize, and look, I have all this equity for you now. I think you can just get a smaller loan. Dianne can take care of you, and then we can actually get you down to what you really need today. And that's actually what I do, and we have to do that. And key of our business is relationships.
Absolutely. I like that you talk about that, because that's my business as well. We both are in the relationship business, in that we want to make sure that they understand that we have their number one goal in mind. But not only that, but we work as a team when we get together to work for that client. You work your real estate professional aspect of it. I do the mortgage side, and we do it based on the goals, their particular goals, and that's how we succeed together.
Exactly.
I think so too. That's amazing. So what kind of advice would you have for new agents coming into the business? What would you say? What would you give them advice as to how to build up a business if they're new to San Antonio, and maybe they're coming in from out of state and they're new into San Antonio? What would you say is the one thing that they should do to help build their business?
Okay, that's a good question, because a lot of agents don't know what they're doing, especially the new ones, the young ones. We were in a market that it was easy to sell.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And anybody could have sold a house in the last a few years ago, and that got shifted completely. Now you need to use your knowledge. You need to actually go in and work your clients, work your deals, negotiating skills need to be in place. So my advice to young agents would be, first, get knowledgeable. You need to know your business. Get everything out there, from contracts 101 all the way down to relationships. You need to know exactly what you're doing. And as I was saying earlier, I started selling, all levels. I started selling homes. I remember my first year in real estate, I still have the plaque that they gave me at the brokers I was in then in KW. It was $1 million for the whole years. I did 80 million last year.
$80 million last year.
But I did 11 transactions. So how do you have 11 transactions only sell 1 million? Means on my first year in real estate, all the houses I sold were below 100,000. So that teach you that I was learning, studying the industry, how it needs to be done. I learned exactly what needed to be done. Then I needed to work, as I said earlier as well, to add another zero to the right of the contract to make it, juicy, right? Said, come on, you work so hard and you make no money, but now you work the same or a little bit harder, because then you go to upper level clients and they take more of your time. It's harder to deal with wealthy clients, but at the same time you know the system. So recommendation number one is learn the system. Two, invest in your business. First investment is to start in this business. You need to have savings. It's not easy. You're not gonna make money in 24 hours.
That's true.
The money stress is the number one feel of a buyer from an agent.
True.
That's the first thing they feel, and they walk away from you.
Feel desperation.
They walk away because they know you're working about how to pay your rent more than how to make sure you take care of them. So you need to have savings for at least 3 to 6 months cost, so you get into in this industry, because guess what? You're not gonna make money.
That's true.
It's gonna be hard, but it's doable. Now, not everybody makes it in this industry, but you could be one of them.
Of course.
Why? If you do the right thing. So you save money. Then when you start making money, you need to invest in your business. Don't spend all the money. Number one mistake on young agents. Oh, let's go party now. I made 20 grand. And then they're empty by the next month.
Yes, I just bought my 2023 Audi.
And they don't have.
And I have it plastered all over Facebook.
But then they don't have money. I have an agent at one point told me, look at the glasses I just bought, but he didn't have money to pay the rent. And he just bought an expensive pair of glasses. So those are the things that they made mistake on. I say the brand, of course, your brand, and you need to work on your brand and your image, the car thing. But my first luxury car was an 8-year-old Mercedes. Looks exactly the same as the brand new one,
Right.
But it was 8-year-old, and I kept it clean, kept it good, make it shiny. I really thought it was newer, but it was older.
Okay.
Because that's all I could afford then. And then I could jump and then what I drive. So
I do. It's nice.
it's a beautiful Maserati. But to get to that level, you need to go through a process. So don't overspend, invest in your business. As soon as you make money, take a good portion of that. People say, all coaches said 10%, no more. No, I used to spend 30% of my income on marketing, on branding. Mm-hmm. It's the branding yourself is your biggest investment.
I totally agree, 100%.
That's how people recognize you. People call you. People see your face in magazines. I have clients sending me pictures of myself getting mustache on the picture. But I said, he's taking the time to take a picture, to draw my face, take a picture, and send it to me. That is working.
There you go.
That's exactly how I do it and why I keep doing it. Of course, social media is another big thing. I'm a TikToker now.
I see that. I am so impressed.
I know. It's worked with this huge accent. It works. I don't know why. I'm telling you,
No, you're great.
in this city, it's an asset, no? I guess so.
It is. I haven't really done that yet, but I'm going to have to.
It's fun and it works. I believe on all the new things coming up. I'm very open. On marketing, social media is huge.
It is.
And I'm investing myself quite a lot on that because I believe that's what is leading us to, And people see you more and faster.
What do you say to agents who get objections for the amount of commissions that they earn? I saw one, I don't know if you saw it, there was some amount of issue about a person getting 3%. And they say, well, you can always reduce your commission. What do you feel about that?
I love when that happens a lot. I never discount myself, to be honest with you. And I use a couple of things that I always say when I'm being asked that question, because of course there are discount agents out there.
Yeah.
But you're not a discount agent.
No.
You're quality.
Exactly.
And I always tell my clients when they ask me for discounts, said, do you walk into Neiman Marcus expecting Walmart prices?
I love that.
I'm not Walmart, buddy.
I love it. I love it.
You want the best? You want the best for your properties? You want to get the best return? then you need to come to me. If you want to play around and try to use a discount agent first, go for it. You'll call me later.
That's why they call him Mr. Luxury. So tell me, you have this wonderful team. Tell me about how you got this team that you have.
The reason I have a team is because you can only grow so far by yourself. You can only grow so far by yourself. What that means? That means that you only have two hands, right? So you can actually go this far. But there are all other hungry agents that want to learn from you, that look up to you. But you can help them grow and grow with you. And I always tell my agents, come work with me. I'll accelerate your business. If I pick you to be on my team, it's because I believe you can do it by yourself. All I'm doing here is I'm actually accelerating your business. I'm gonna get you faster to your goals, because you gotta have goals to grow. And how do I do that? I just train you, and I help tell you everything that I know so you can learn to grow. And I go with you on the path, and when it gets to the negotiating part, you're gonna be learning from me. When it gets to the listing part, you're gonna be learning from me. And it's like going to Harvard, but making money. So that's how I do it, and I have amazing agents that are part of my team. I have amazing agents that have grown out of my team who are in the top 20, top 25 list in the city currently, who came through me and went through their past through me, and now they're being very successful in the industry.
So what's Miguel's goal for the next phase of his life?
It's all about training and teaching and coaching. That's where my passion really is. I mean, I love sales, and I'm very good at it.
You are. You're amazing.
For everything else, I have a professional with me. You know my team.
I do.
You know everybody around me. I have the best of the best
You do.
In the industry with me. So, and why do I have the best of the best? Because they're better than me on those fields.
Okay.
They are. But in what I do, I know I'm the best. So my goal in the future is to actually train younger agents to grow.
Lucky them.
That's my goal. When Miguel starts slowing down in sales, he's going to be growing, training the next generation of luxury agents. That's my goal.
That's amazing. So is it you're just in the North San Antonio, or do you go outside?
I'm all over.
All over. I love it.
My office is in the Dominion, but I'm all over. I sell all over. And I train to agents to sell everything. I train them to sell luxury at every price point.
Okay.
Because you don't know, I mean, at $200,000, $150,000, it's luxury for some people.
It's
It could
true.
be a second home from somebody from Mexico that can afford a second home in the U.S. In New Braunfels, I'm selling, a piece of Veramendi right now, being hired to sell Vista Alta over there in Alta Vista. I mean, in New Braunfels, and I have 55 lots left to build houses on, and these are luxury gardens.
That's
homes
nice.
from $750,000 up to $1 million. I started at 61, so I sold a few already, and I just grabbed it a few weeks ago. So there's plenty more to do over there.
Awesome.
And I'm all the way down to South Padre Island with one of my agents, and we're pretty strong on that. And as you see, it's not all about me. I always have my agents get involved, even on my TikToks and everything I do. So it's not only my brand, it's all of us brand. So we all grow together.
That's amazing. Well, I'm so thankful and grateful for your friendship, but also the time that you've taken to sit with me and just chat. I just love hearing success stories, especially yours, and I wanted to get the opportunity to do that, and I really appreciate your time.
No, thank you. It's a pleasure. I love working with you. You're amazing. You do a great job, and I'm thrilled and happy that you're part of my team as well, because we work on a regular basis, and no, it's a pleasure. I'm glad to be here.
That's it for today's video with Miguel Herrera. Thank you for joining us, and thank you so much, Miguel, for sharing your valuable insights with our audience. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content on mortgages and personal finance. And as always, stay financially savvy.